Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Private alongside Natalie Poole. And boy, Coach, things are busy on the road. I know you've got a busy week this week. Hard to believe it won't be long till we're talking conference tournament in the American. But let's go to a challenging week last week. You started off with a perennial national powerhouse. You played Tennessee up in Columbia. We did, and the city of Columbia was very generous to us and very hospitable. We had a great time there. Ideally, would have loved to come away with the win. Knew that it was going to be a tough, they're a tough opponent, for anyone basically, but felt like we could have played a little bit better and at least been able to be in the game. Just didn't quite show up and play the way that we needed to be able to be in it. You stayed on the road, then you went on down to Orlando to UCF. Tough weekend. You would have liked to get in that series. They took 2 out of 3. Yeah, we got the first win on the first night, and I thought that we had played really well. Molly and Mariah combined to pitch that game and, did their job to keep us in it. And we scored 8 runs. We beat them 8-3, and it was a great start to the weekend and really felt like coming out the next day that we would be in a position to be able to take the series. And throughout the rest of the weekend, we just didn't quite pitch as well as we needed to through the remainder of the time. And at times showed some good tendencies, but just gave up too many walks and got ourselves in some situations where, it's hard to get out of, and it just helps someone build momentum. And so on the offensive side, still I think out-hit our opponents in the last couple games, but we still weren't able to get the timely hits that we needed to be able to stay on top. And so definitely frustrating to walk away and not get the series. Am glad that we were able to pull away at least a win from them. And, and be able to learn from that weekend so that we can be better this time around. Addison, with her efforts, gets on the honor roll this week. She did. She had a great week. I think for her, she should be hitting like this normally. She's been hitting like this. And so she was really excited to be able to feel that feeling again and to be able to feel that success. And she's done a great job this past week and definitely made an impact in our scoring ability. Before we talk about tonight and what we have ahead this week, sitting at 30 wins, and of course we talked before about social media and websites. Everyone knows what the situation is. You're coming down the stretch run. The team knows it's got to play well down the stretch, but they still are in position for an opportunity postseason. Yeah, we definitely need to win as much as possible, clearly, to put ourselves in a better position. Mississippi State's going to be a tough game tonight. Murray State, it's nice that we'll be able to host them here this week, and then on into the weekend. We've got 3 conference series left, all competitive teams. UConn took 2 of 3 from Central Florida just a couple weeks ago, and definitely one of those teams that could come in and do something if we allow them to. And then, of course, after that, we've got Tulsa and Houston. So it's not going to be an easy road, but it's definitely one that we need to perform well on. Got a chance for a resume win today, regardless of how they are individually. It's still a team from one of the P5 conferences. That'd be a nice little nugget to have on there. Absolutely, and we played them previously this season, and didn't play them as well as we needed to. But I think that we kind of learned from that. We look at how we pitched them. We look at maybe how we played against them and try to make some adjustments. They've got a great pitching staff, and so definitely excited to play them. I think it's important to play them, and we definitely want to be able to pull away a win. That's 6 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow your game's going to be at 5 o'clock. Correct. Yes. This weekend, UConn, you mentioned that they've had some good wins so far this year. That'll be a big series for you here coming down the stretch. Try to get that top 4 seed toward the conference tournament. Absolutely. We have 4 teams right now tied for 3rd place, and we're one of those. And so this would give us an opportunity to separate ourselves and get ourselves up into the top. And so that's how important it is. And we need every game that we can get from a winning standpoint. Well, at least this week, knock on wood, it'll be a chance to play in Memphis with maybe some temperatures in the 60s and even the 70s today. Yeah, always nice to play in warmer temperatures. Even this past weekend we were down in Central Florida, we were sweating it out in the upper 80s, and there were a lot of people across the country that are still playing in cold weather. And so, it was snowing up at UConn, it was snowing in some other areas, and so I'm definitely thankful for warm weather, and I think that we play better in warm weather. All right, Coach, thanks a lot. Thanks. That's head coach Natalie Poole. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.